Hey, what's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and going over two items that you do not want to misuse inside the game, and these are going to be the two new inks. Now, both of these inks are very important for a lot of people, especially if you want to make some picture-perfect revelations, so I thought this would be a good video to go ahead and come up with. I've also gotten about at least 3 comments going about this here and wanting to know exactly how to use them, so I think this is the perfect time to go ahead and do so. If you guys do enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and even leave a comment down below if you want to see anything else. But for now, let's get straight into the video. So the two inks that ended up being introduced are both the Elysian ink as well as the Prophetic ink. Both of these inks are kind of interesting because they're really hard to get. You can start getting some of them a little bit more inside of the BP as well as in different events, but they don't come all too often. Sometimes you also have to check out the dupe shop and you can gain them from there as well, but these inks essentially are like your gold mine. If you go ahead and press the customization selection here, you end up seeing at the top right of your screen that you have the Elysian ink as well as the Prophetic ink. Both of these have their own situations where the Prophetic ink is more likely helping you for sub attributes or your sub stats for a revelation card, and then the Elysian ink is more likely helping you with the same thing, but this is mainly just to choose them. Instead of actually going ahead and re-rolling them with the green ink itself, you're actually going to be choosing them. So on the off chance you want to make a new card, let's say it's going to be for a character in the future like Barry or something, right? Well, usually you're going to be trying to get a lovely card like crit damage. So we would end up taking the card, and I'm just going to use this one more as an example type of at least example here, and you will press the crit damage function. Now this one is just a normal thing. You're always going to take the first ink that we ended up having, and that's going to determine your main attribute. But where things are a little bit different is where you start choosing the substats. For every substat that we choose, you'll slowly get more and more of the Prophetic inks gone and then some of the Elysian inks gone, which can be very expensive at times, especially when you're trying to make some picture perfect cards. But if we choose one of the substats, and let's say we know that Barry is going to need a little bit of attack percent, we end up choosing one of these, you can start to see that we now need to use one of our Prophetic inks as well as one as our Elysian inks. Both of these are slowly going to go up as we add more and more substats, which can get way more expensive. If we go ahead and put a second one down here, which I would like to go ahead and say maybe damage bonus would do the field, or at least do perfectly, you can see that it takes 2 of each of these. Now it slowly goes up the further we keep going, so let's just go ahead and fill out the rest of the card to a point where it gets to now 4 of the Prophetic inks and 8 of the Elysian inks. Now you are more than welcome to go ahead and take one of these off, or at least I would recommend maybe if you want to save some of your materials, one of these off, because it is 4 times cheaper, or at least 2 times cheaper if you think about it, because that 4th stat is going to make this last ink here, the Elysian one, go times 2. Unlike the green ink where it goes to at least just 4 and goes up only 1 ink, this one here actually goes up times 2 since you are making a picture perfect card. No matter what substat you choose, no matter what you have here, once you add in that 4th slot, it is then going to go times 2 on that ink, and it's going to be way more expensive. So if you're going to consider doing this, be sure to consider like knowing the character you really want to go for. But essentially, once you go ahead and make one of the inks here, in which I am going to waste one just for you guys here, it's not really going to be too much of a problem. But let's say we're making, I don't know, a crit damage Navi card, right? And as for an example, I want crit rate on the card. Well, you would end up going ahead and just using the ink here. And what happens is it uses this one, and it always will tell you what value it will start off with. Well, you can end up updating this value up to the max one or get it lower depending on how many of the Prophetic inks you want to go. This is not guaranteed to go up. It does have a percentage of going down and up, so you can either go from 1.8 all the way down to the first bar, or go from the first bar all the way up to the highest bar. Once of course you have all your substats set in stone and have them re-rolled in the way that you want to re-roll them, you're able to go ahead and customize said card. But if you're unsure, let's say that you don't have enough of the prophetic inks to continue rerolling, but you want it to continue. Well, you're able to go ahead and back on out. This doesn't hurt you whatsoever. And so when you come back into the system, you're very well able to go ahead and pull it back up, and it'll be sitting here waiting on you. Now, granted, you can very well try to reset this, but you won't be refunded your ink itself. So do keep in mind that once you click that button, you cannot get your item back. So once everything is said and done, and I'm just gonna actually keep this card at this point. So once everything's said and done at this point, you're gonna go ahead, get your card on made, and once that's made, you press the customize button. Now for me, I am gonna keep this card just in case I do need another one for like Fuka. So this is going to sit here for quite some time because I don't plan on really making any cards on this account. But that is essentially the way you end up making or utilizing the 2 new inks. Now, the reason that is such a problem for not using those is because these inks are pretty much gained nowhere. We can see where they are at here, and even if we look inside of this little shop here, they're not in here. They're not in any of these shops actually. But in the dupe shop, which is going to get added later on, it's going to be a quality of life thing. You can get some of them there, but it does get a little expensive. Pretty much if you're not whaling, or if you're not like somewhat spending to get duplicates on characters, you're not going to get them that often from that shop either. Your only main source of these guys are going to be pretty much just events, and then every now and again from Metaverse. Metaverse also gives you a good chance of getting these, and this is going to be mainly from your story, where as you go through the story itself, some of the rewards will end up changing. If we check out Shimotsuna's palace here and slowly start to scroll down some of the rewards here, once we get the extra points, you may see some of those said inks inside of the palace progress. So make sure you make a good use of all of these items, especially as they do come into the scene. They're not that easy to get, and when it comes down to using them, you don't want to use them unwisely. My best choice of action when it does come down to these things here, and what I normally like to do on TW and KR, is to save them until it is a very good DPS. Usually building a support isn't too hard, so I usually don't have to worry about building my supports. As for your DPSs, you usually want them to have the best stats that you can have them with to make sure they're hitting out the tip-top damage that you need them to be. If you don't want to use them on the DPS, the second best I would definitely tell you guys to go ahead and start using them for is a Navi. At the end of the day, Navis do share all of their stats over to your whole entire team, so if they have picture perfect cards, they can always help out your team no matter how you slice it, and that is always going to be a good thing as well. But other than that here, you guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. I wanted to make it short and sweet for you all here, and if you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know down below if you want to know anything else. I have one more video coming out most likely today for you all, and this is going to be going over Marion's awarenesses, so look forward to that as well. But till then, stay safe, stay sharp, peace.